In Los Angeles, Eve is en route to drop off her kids, Izzy and Josh, when an unexpected sinkhole opens up right in the middle of the road. Chaos ensues as they attempt to escape, but tragically, Josh falls into the sinkhole. Izzy clings to her mother, yet Eve let go of her hand to ensure that her daughter has a chance for survival. Gavin, eager to rejoin the Air Force. Having been discharged 3 years ago due to a plane crash and haunted by visions since then, Gavin catches wind of the sinkhole on the news. A call from his daughter makes him aware of the situation with Eve and Josh, prompting Gavin to rush to their location. He witnesses ancient birds emerging from this sinkhole. On the other side, Eve wakes up in an unknown location after falling through. Desperate to find her son, Josh, she crosses paths with a therapist called Ty. They discover others who have fallen into the sinkhole but remain clueless about where they are. Sam, a doctor and former SEAL, he suggests gathering supplies. Riley, his daughter, and Scott, an anthropologist, stumble upon a stash of cocaine but opt to leave them behind. The group takes a wolf attack, resulting in a casualty, and Josh sustains injuries. Sam provides first aid, and Eve, along with Sam, seeks for more supplies in an ambulance.
Ty, initially contemplating ending his life, decides to assist in the search for the ambulance upon learning their mission. They successfully locate it, but are confronted by a saber-toothed tiger. Despite shooting it down, they realize more threats lurk, prompting them to take cover to survive. Back in the city, Gavin has visions of his wife and son and seeks information from Dr. Nathan, responsible for survivor search operations. She, accompanied by Agent Adam, attempts to send a drone through the light to determine its destination. Gavin's visions guide them after the drone loses signal. Despite his conviction that his family is there, his claims are initially dismissed. Izzy urges him to accept the reality, but he persists in his search. Izzy and her aunt find him digging near a rock, leading to the discovery of Eve's ring. He believes it proves their family ended up in the past. However, the ring, it was stolen, and he is taken by agents to meet with Dr. Nathan and Agent Adam. They reveal that the ring has been carbon dated to 10,000 BC. Nathan unveils that his visions, stemming from his accident 3 years ago, are connected to another portal opened 20 miles away. She believes his visions hold the key to this portal, enabling her to send a plane on a rescue mission. Meanwhile, in the clearing where Eve and the others are, Mary Beth searches for someone, leading her to a couple and 2 girls. The girls claim to have seen nothing, and Veronica asks Scott's help to find her father, who was killed by wolves. They discover his body in the center of a hand made of stones. Sam's condition worsens, and he urges Eve to leave him behind. However, she steadfastly refuses, and they bring him along. Mary Beth's son, Lucas, spotting them in the woods, aids Ty and Sam in returning to the clearing. Facing limited food, they opt to ration, but a giant sloth ate every bit of it. Scott theorizes they are in Los Angeles, but in 10,000 BC. Lucas, skeptical, sets out with his mother for answers despite their issues. Meanwhile, Sam loses feeling in his legs, and Riley has to perform a procedure to save his legs. Looking for answers, Lucas and Mary Beth find themselves trapped in a collapsed cave with Eve and Ty, who were hunting until a bear chased them inside. Soon they were able to find a way out. Eve identifies mushrooms that are edible, providing them with food and alleviating their immediate need. Talking with Ty, Eve confesses her guilt about being late on the day Izzy lost her leg, which she had blamed on work, but was actually because of an affair. Now, since they are opening up, Ty reveals he has a terminal brain tumor and was wanting to commit suicide before the sinkhole. He gives his gun to Eve, signaling a change in his decisions. Now, Nathan, she readies a rescue mission. Gavin, barred from flying, urges her to call Captain Levi, who apparently is his close friend and suited for the mission. Before Levi departs, Gavin found out that Eve was cheating on him with his friend. Nevertheless, he asked Levi to give her the ring when he get down there. He descends into the sinkhole. There were some issues, and the plane loses control of one of the engines. In the clearing, the group spots the plane entering through the light, but it crashes. They decide to head towards it in the morning. On their way, they find Levi, ejected from the plane. He informs them of engine failure and compressor issues, lacking spare parts to be able to fix it. When he detects a signal a few miles away, they decide to camp for the night before heading towards the signal the next day. Lily finds a settler's body which was electrocuted, and she reveals that an old man near the body with a hand imprint. Meanwhile, Eve confesses to Levi that she left Gavin because of his drinking and the visions. Levi tells her that his visions were true, and he was able to somehow see the place that they are currently in. He also let her know that Gavin knows about their affair. In the morning, they follow the signal to a settlement with remarkable structures for 10,000 BC. They encounter the old man with a hand imprint watching them. Back in Los Angeles, an earthquake occurs, prompting Gavin's inquiry to Dr. Nathan. He discovers sinkholes and other risks, but Agent Adam dismisses another rescue attempt cause it may provoke earthquakes widely. Gavin retrieves his file and learns about other sinkholes. He searches for Dr. Rebecca, part of the research team. They find her. She was with Nathan, and she reveals a plane ready to fly. Gavin can save his family by flying, but they risk being shot down without permission. Dr. Nathan promises to disable radars, having her fiancé stuck down in the past as well. Meanwhile, Eve and the group explore the settlement, finding a dead man who seemed to be electrocuted. Levi discloses about another mission, to find survivors from 3 years ago. Lucas discovers Scott has his stash buried away somewhere, leading to tensions between them. They are attacked by English-speaking natives, captured, and eventually allowed to leave by the tribe's leader. Returning, Ty gains Lily's trust, discovering Veronica is not her real sister and that she was kidnapped. Veronica runs into the woods now that he knows her secret. Eve writes a letter to Gavin, apologizing and asking for help. She hopes that he will be able to find it just as he found the ring. Izzy starts questioning Dr. Rebecca's motives and is unsure if her dad should fly the plane through the light. So Rebecca decides to take them back to LA. Apparently, Eve's gamble paid off and they were able to retrieve her letter in the future. It revealed that the light is closing, which meant that they have only 24 hours to try another rescue mission. However, Agent Adam is against the whole idea. Anyhow, at the dig site, they discover Levi's plane. Gavin, knowing that Levi must have tried to repair the plane and escape, but fails, resulting in their deaths. Now, Gavin plans to stop Levi before he fixes the plane. But Agent Adam arrests him. Levi was able to radio contact a survivor who was sent there 3 years ago from the Mojave mission. They meet Diana, the survivor, who agrees to help them fix the plane. Searching for the stash, Lucas and Scott find a chest containing gold from the American Civil War. They were able to send down a drone warning them before it's too late. This made Eve and Marybeth stop Levi and Diana from attempting to leave, and unfortunately Diana gets shot in the process and dies. Gavin takes off with Dr. Rebecca, but receive a warning from Agent Adam that they will shoot him down if he continues descending into the sinkhole. Rebecca jumps off the plane into the sinkhole, and Gavin decides not to follow. The plane which was wrecked disappears, which meant that they were safe, and Gavin is allowed to leave after signing a non-disclosure agreement. In the past, Ty finds Veronica. He let her know that he knows that she was also kidnapped and not to be blamed. But she knocks him out cold. Later, Para, the leader of a local settlement, find him unconscious and give him a proper treatment. They get stuck in a cave during the storm. Back at the settlement, Marybeth and Eve are blamed for destroying their only chance to get back in the present and are voted to be banished. However, Marybeth and Lucas get trapped under the debris, which made Eve and Sam to devise a rescue plan which ultimately pays out. Gavin, thinking that his past is the answer, goes to Nathan for help, uncovering his past. They discover he was found with a 12-year-old girl named Ella. Gavin shares his visions of Diana dying. Still, Nathan decides to help him continue searching for Ella. In the clearing, the group finds Isaiah spying on them, and since they are finding it hard to survive, Eve decides to take the boy back to his village and ask them for help. They were surrounded by the tribe and taken to the village. Para allows them to stay and agrees to help them any way they can. Veronica is caught by the group, and Sam wanted to keep her handcuffed. He was not acting as his normal self, since he was not able to take his medications for PTSD, but soon Veronica starts hyperventilating and passes out. Sam gives her CPR, saving her. Back at the village, Eve learns from Isaiah about their mysterious arrival a few years ago. Isaiah goes missing, which makes Eve, Ty, and Levi to join the search, and Rebecca is revealed to be the one who took Isaiah, but Silas, the old man, stabs her, eventually returning with Isaiah. Dr. Sophia Nathan tracks Ella's home, revealing that Gavin's visions are memories. Turns out that Gavin is Isaiah. Ella, who remains skeptical even when she has visions from her past. Gavin goes to the dig site to retrieve an artifact, which help her remember her past from 10,000 BC. Back at the village, Rebecca warns Eve, if Isaiah do not go through the portal in Topanga soon, her children will cease to exist. Later, she took a journal which belonged to Silas, and despite her injuries, asked Sam and Riley to take her to the rest of the people. She informed everyone about the portal to reach the year 1988, after she gives a page from the journal, to Lily promising to help find her family if she makes sure Isaiah gets it. Lily asks Veronica to take her to the light, which is the portal opening. Lucas decides to go to 1988, and so did his mother, but the rest stay back. Lily is actually Ella in the present. She remembers when Rebecca gave her the paper in the past. The paper contained the sinkhole locations which opened before, and according to the map, another one will open in Seattle the next day. Markman was hesitant at first to evacuate the city. After seeing the map from 10,000 BC, they tracked the location where the sinkhole opens. Meanwhile, Eve was able to get Isaiah to safety away from the old man, but ultimately they were held hostage by him. Now the others go and save them. Since the lights start to close, it affects both Josh and Izzy. While trying to get Isaiah to the portal, Mary Beth gets stabbed by one of Silas's men. Only Eve, Josh, and Isaiah make it to Topanga. When Silas threatens to kill Josh if she takes the boy up the mountain, but Ty and Para intervenes. The boy goes through the light, saving both Josh and Izzy. Lily arrives upset she couldn't give the map to Isaiah, but the light is almost closed. Surprisingly, it sucks Josh, Riley, and Lily inside as it disappears. Gavin, Izzy, and Ella jump into the sinkhole, finding themselves in 10,000 BC.